Hello students, we are discussing about the water pollution and control. So today's class is also the continuation of the water pollution and control. Today we will solve some of the numericals based on the BOD reaction, and also we will derive the rate constant of the BOD reaction, and which is very important. So let's get started. Okay, so we are discussing about the water pollution and control module 2. Today we will discuss about the lecture 17, as I told you. So these are the objectives of the today's class. First, we will calculate the BOD of a given water sample. Next, we will solve some of the problems that is based on BOD reactions. The third objective of our is derive the rate constant of BOD reaction. Very important, the derivation of the rate constant of the BOD reaction. And then at last we will solve some of the problems also, which is based on the rate constant of BOD reactions, and that problems, that numericals are also very important. So these are four objectives of our today's class. Okay, now these are the recapitulation of previous classes, whatever we have discussed so far. In our previous class, we have discussed about the hydrosphere, we have discussed about the hydrological cycle, we have discussed about the water quality parameters, which is two types. One is physical parameter and second one is the chemical parameter. So in chemical parameter, we have one parameter that is important parameter, that is the BOD of the water sample. So we are discussing in our previous classes that how we can determine what is actual the BOD, how we can determine the BOD of a wastewater sample, how to solve the problems based on 5 days BOD test, what are the procedures of 5-day BOD test. And also in my last class we have seen the modified BOD test, the procedure of the modified BOD test. So these are the some of the recapitulation, like you can know the procedure of the modified BOD test. Already you knew that. You calculated the BOD of a given water sample, and also you have solved some of the problems that is based on BOD reactions in the previous class. Yeah, these are the some of the recapitulation. Okay, now this is just a quick review. Whatever you have understood, all the topics that I have covered so far. So your question is on the screen. You can see it. That is at which temperature. Your question is at which temperature does BOD test is done generally? And for that you have 10 seconds. So your time starts now. Yeah, your time is over, and you are absolutely right, students. Actually, we are doing the BOD reaction generally, that is at 20 degrees centigrade for 5 days and in a dark place. What we should do, we have to collect the wastewater sample. We have to dilute our wastewater sample and keep it into the dark place for 5 days 20 at 20 degrees centigrade, and after that the reaction will be completed, or that we will see, either it will be completed or it may not be. That we will see after the rate constant of the BOD reaction. and then we will measure the BOD, final BOD of our sample. So from initial value and from final value, we can get the BOD of our wastewater sample. Okay, so as I told you, the chemical parameters, these are the some of the chemical parameters, that is pH, chemical oxygen demand, that is COD, dissolved oxygen, the total hardness and heavy metals, and of course that is the biochemical, biological oxygen demand, whatever we are discussing so far. Okay, that is very important. Okay, so at a glance, just see at a glance, as we are discussing still now, we are discussing about the BOD. So just don't forget about this reaction. BOD is generally amount of required oxygen to decompose the biodegradable waste. Okay, organic or biodegradable waste with the help of dissolved oxygen and the microorganisms, it will convert into the carbon dioxide and H2O. So for this reaction, whatever dissolved oxygen we require, that is actually the amount of BOD. Okay. So already you knew that, but still I'm repeating. So this is the procedure of 5 days BOD test. As I told you, ki wastewater we have to collect, and then that wastewater we have to dilute it by the water, and then initially dissolved oxygen will be measured. After that, the bottle will be kept in a dark place for 20 degrees centigrade at 5 days, and after 5 days, after the reaction, then again the finally we will measure the dissolved oxygen and your BOD will be the initial, and your BOD will be the initial value of the dissolved oxygen minus the final value of the dissolved oxygen divided by P. Already you knew that. What is P? P is the dilution factor, which is the volume of wastewater divided by the total volume. Total volume, what is total volume? Total volume means whatever the wastewater we have taken plus the water that we are using for the dilution purpose for our wastewater sample. Okay. So that is called P. Now we have to do the modified 5 days BOD test. Why modify? We have modified our 5-day BOD test, as what will happen while we are taking the wastewater sample and diluted it with the water, and then we will measure the dissolved oxygen initial. What will then it will give you the total dissolved oxygen for water and also for wastewater sample. Again, while we are doing we are measuring the final amount of dissolved oxygen after 5 days. Again, it will give you the total dissolved oxygen final amount of water plus wastewater. That means whatever in the previous test, whatever we have got the BOD value, that is actually the total BOD value. Total BOD value means the BOD of the wastewater sample plus BOD of the water sample, whatever we are using for the dilution purpose. So in that case, in previous case, we didn't consider that water also has some of the BOD values. We have just ignored it. But in modified test, what we have also considered, that our water sample, whatever we are using for the dilution, that water also having some the BOD value, and total BOD from the total BOD, the BOD of the water here we are subtracting, thus we are getting the actual BOD of the wastewater. Okay, so this is the whole procedure for the modified BOD test. Here also we are taking the wastewater sample and diluted it with the water sample. But the main difference is here we are taking bottle 1 and bottle 2. Bottle 1 is filled with the wastewater plus water, dilution water. Okay, and bottle 2 is filled with only the water. No wastewater is taken into the bottle 2. Understand? Now, the second step, what we have taken, in the second step, we have diluted our wastewater sample and make up the volume. Next, in the third step, we have measured the initial amount of dissolved oxygen for the both bottle and considered as DOI. DOI, the initial amount of dissolved oxygen for the bottle 1, and for bottle 2 it is considered as BI. Understand? So initially for both bottles, bottle 1 or bottle 2, we have measured the amount of dissolved oxygen, which is DOI and BI. And the next step, next we have to keep the bottle in the dark place for 5 days and 20 degrees centigrade. The same procedure we will follow, and after the 5 days finally we will measure the amount of dissolved oxygen, and which is considered as DOF for bottle 1 and BF for bottle 2. Okay, for bottle 1 it's DF, and for bottle 2 it's BF. Yes, look at the screen here. So these are the bottle 1 and bottle 2 we have taken. Initially the dissolved oxygen is considered as DI for the bottle 1, and for bottle 2 it's BI. Okay, after 5 days for bottle 1 the final dissolved oxygen is DOF, and final DO for the bottle 2, that is BF. Now what will be the equation of the modified test? That is DOI minus DOF. That is, look here, DOI minus DOF. What does it mean? It means DOI, initial value of dissolved oxygen for bottle 1, and final value of dissolved oxygen for bottle 1 again. So initial minus final, that means this value. This value will give you the BOD of bottle 1. Understand? And BI and minus BF, again this is for the bottle 2. So as such, this value will give you the BOD of bottle 2. So look here, so bottle 1 means total BOD, our bottle 2 means only BOD of water. As such, you can see in the formula, as such we are subtracting the BOD of the water from the total BOD. Understand? Into 1 minus P again divided by P. So P is the dilution factor, and you know that P equals to volume of wastewater divided by total volume. So this is the whole schematic diagram of the modified 5 days test. So this we have already discussed. And this is the recapitulation of the previous topic. As based on this equation, today we will solve the problems. That's why I have given some of the glimpses of the previous class, so that you can remember, yes, this is modified test, yes, this is the 5 days BOD test, and these are the formulas. Understand? So one more thing, for BOD problem, that means BOD, there are two equations we have. One is the, from one we have got the BOD 5 equals to DOI minus DOF divided by P. This equation we have got from the previous BOD test. Okay, after modification we have got this equation number 2. So while we are solving the problem, that time we have to check very well that what are the data are given. Based on the data, given data, so we have to identify which equation among these two equations, between these two equations, what equation, which one we have to use. Understand? So this is very tricky one. Understand? Okay. Now come to the next problem. You can see in a 5-day test, the DO level, DO means dissolved oxygen, the DO level drops by 1 milligram per liter of seeded diluted water, dilution water. A 300 ml BOD bottle filled with 21 ml of wastewater and the rest seeded diluted water shows a drop of 6 milligram per liter in the same period, 5 days. What will be the BOD5 of the wastewater? Okay, now look, students. Here, what are the data? First, you have to check what are the data are given, right? So, look here, a 300 ml BOD bottle. That means this is total volume. 300 ml is your total volume, right? Okay. Filled with 21 ml of wastewater. That means 21 ml of wastewater. That is your volume of wastewater. So, from this clue, a 300 ml BOD bottle filled with 21 ml of wastewater. From this, you can get the value of P. Can you remember the P value? Yes, the dilution factor. Yes. From this data, you can calculate the value of the P. Okay. Next, we will see what are the other data are given. Like, first line. In a 5-day test, the DO level drops by 1 milligram per liter of seeded diluted water. Now, what do you mean by seeded? Excuse me, seeded. Yeah. Seeded means if this is a look, this is a BOD reaction. In BOD reaction, what are the things we require? We require dissolved oxygen for the decomposition of the biodegradable waste materials, and also we require the microorganisms. Okay, so seeded water means additionally from the outside we are seeding the water with the microorganism or nothing else to complete the reaction. That is why here it is called by seeded dilution water. That means water, in water we have added additionally some of the microorganisms to complete the reaction. Understand? Okay. Now one more thing. Look here. DO level drops by 1 milligram per liter. Mind it. Here we don't have initial value. We don't have the final value. Only DO level, dissolved oxygen level, drops by 1 milligram per liter. Now what is this 1 milligram per liter? This 1 milligram per liter is how much dissolved oxygen drops, how much decrease of the dissolved oxygen, that data is given. Understand? So that means how we can get this? Yeah, of course. If we subtract the final value from the initial, that means initial minus final, if we do the dissolved oxygen, that will give you the consumption of dissolved oxygen, the decrease of dissolved oxygen. That is why, that means the dissolved oxygen level drops by 1 milligram per liter. That means this is D, this is initial minus final value. This is the value of initial minus final. Now, for which bottle? Bottle 1 or bottle 2? For which bottle? This is the this is the value given. So, for which bottle? Uh, Look here, 1 milligram per liter of seeded dilution water. That means 1 milligram per liter. This value is given only for the bottle 2, where we have taken the wastewater. where we have taken the water only. Okay, seeded dilution water only we have taken. That means this level 1 milligram per liter is given for the diluted water. Again, look here, and the rest seeded dilution water shows a drop of 6 milligram. Now what is the 6 milligram? This 6 milligram drop is for the bottle 1. Exactly. So that means 1 milligram per liter, as I told you, initial minus final value, that is 1 milligram per liter. And of course this is of bottle 2 value, and 6 milligram is for the bottle 1. That means DOI minus DOF, that is equals to 6 milligram. Initial, if we do initial minus final value, only that time we will get the decrease of dissolved oxygen, the drop of dissolved oxygen. Understand? So already they have done the subtraction, and this is a value, the subtracted value, 1 milligram, 6 milligram. So here you should understand the question. You should check the question. What are the clues are given? Understand? And this is the, of course, the p value, as I told you earlier. The volume of wastewater is our 21 ml, and the total volume is 300. Obviously the 21 divided by 300, that will be the that will give you the dilution factor 0.07. Yes. So here is the total solution. Now exactly, this is the modified test. So we have to use, now this is clear that we have to use what, the equation of the modified BOD test, huh? As it is given that the diluted water bottle 2 is there and also bottle 1 is there, so that is why uh, we have to use the modified BOD test equation, right? So 6 minus 1 into 1 minus p, and p value is 0.07 divided by p. So this is the total solution. Then 6 minus 0.93 divided by 0.07 and the total BOD 5 of the wastewater is 72.43 milligram per liter. This will be the answer. This will be the value. Okay. So you should write down like this answer. Huh? After solving the problem, always write down the answer. Otherwise, you can't get the full marks. So BOD 5 of the wastewater sample is 72.43 milligram per liter. So this is the solution of the of this numerical. Next, we will see the next problem. Okay. So next problem. The BOD 5 of a sample of wastewater is found to be 325 milligram per liter. The initial dissolved oxygen of diluted wastewater is 20 milligram per liter, and the test requires a decrease in dissolved oxygen at least 4 milligram per liter, with at least 3 milligram per liter of DO remaining at the end of the 5 days. Now find out the range of dilution factor required to produce the acceptable results. There are so many data are given. Okay, and so first of all, one by one we will see what are the data are given. Okay. In the first sentence, let's see, the BOD 5 of a sample of wastewater is found to be 325 milligram per liter. That means BOD value is given, checked. 325 milligram per liter. Now the initial dissolved oxygen of diluted wastewater is 20 milligram per liter. Okay, initial value is given. Understand? Now, and the test requires a decrease in dissolved oxygen of at least 4 milligram per liter with at least, look here, 3 milligram per liter of DO remaining at the end of the 5 days. That means the final value is also the 3 milligram per liter. These are the data are clear. Yes, we have. Understand, BOD value is given, that is 325 milligram per liter. The initial value is given, that is 20 milligram per liter, and final value is given, that is 3 milligram per liter. Okay, now find out one more thing. Now find out the range of dilution factor. Look here, the range of dilution factor. That means while you have this type of question, the range of dilution factor, that means you have to calculate two p-values. Okay, if like consider ki if one value is 2 and second value is 4. So what is the range? That is 2 to 4. That means while you have this type of question, key range of dilution factor, that means the range of BOD. So that time you have to find out two p values but two BOD values. Otherwise you cannot produce the result. You cannot produce the two p values, the range of the dilution factor. Understand? Okay, now second question, which equation for this equation, for this numerical, which equation we have to use, the modified test equation or the the modified test equation or the previous test equation. So for this case, look here, we don't have any data regarding the bottle 2 or regarding the water sample. So that is why here we have to use the previous BOD test. Okay, so that is why here we have used DOI minus DOF divided by P, the simple equation. That is equation number 1. Okay, so from the initial value we know, the final value we know, and the dilution factor we know. So from this value we can dilution factor, we can know the dilution, we can calculate the factor, dilution factor, the value of the dilution factor. Here we know the BOD value. Okay, so 20 minus 3 divided by 325 equals to 0.052. Now question is, this is value number 1. So second value, how we can get the second value? So again check the question. Here, look here, we are having one more data, that is the test requires a decrease in dissolved oxygen of at least 4 milligram per liter. Okay, so during the test, the general condition, the ideal condition should be the dissolved oxygen decreased. The decrease of dissolved oxygen should be 4 milligram per liter. Again, decrease of dissolved oxygen, drop of dissolved oxygen, as I told, as we have seen in the earlier question. So here also 4 milligram is the decrease of dissolved oxygen or drop of dissolved oxygen. That means that is initial value minus final value. If we do that, then we will get the decrease of dissolved oxygen, and that is which is 4. So can we write down for the second value, for getting the second value of the dilution factor, can we do 4 by P? Can we use? Is this correct? You tell me, students. Yes, of course. Because 4, what is 4? 4 is the decrease of dissolved oxygen. How we can get this? By initial minus final. By this subtraction value, we can get the value of decrease of dissolved oxygen or drop of dissolved oxygen. Understand? So BOD 5, that is equals to 4 by P. Now P equals to 4 by 325. Already the BOD 5 value is given. So here also from this equation 2, we can get another value of the dilution factor. Now we can get the total answer, that is the range of P is 0.01232 to 0.05. Understand? Yeah, this is the range of the P. Okay, so these type of questions are very important, and these type of problems, numericals, generally we have. Okay, during during your exam time, any type of exams, frequently you will get this type of questions very frequently. So these type of questions, if we practice again and again, that time only you can understand why here only 4 value is given. So what is 4? Here 3 milligram per liter is also given, 4 milligram per liter is also given. Both are the final value. So how? What is this? So these all these questions only you can answer by practice. Understand? Practice the problems. And also I'm here if you have any doubt regarding this numericals, any problems you don't or any topic, any problem you don't understand, so just come to my department. I will make you understand how to solve this type of problems. Okay, these problems are very tricky. That's why I'm telling you again and again. Now we will see. Okay, next one more question we have, numerical we have, that is the dilution factor of an unseeded mixture of wastewater is 0.04. Okay, that means the dilution factor is given. The dissolved oxygen of the mixture is initially 9 milligram per liter, and after 5 days it dropped to 3 milligram per liter. Now find out the 5 days BOD of the waste. Very easy question, very easy, because P value is given, that is 0.04. The initial, I think, yes, the initial value of the dissolved oxygen is given, and after 5 days it is given also the final value 3 milligram per liter. Now you have to just find out the BOD 5 of the wastewater. Okay, so one more thing you have to check, whatever data are given, that is related to the previous BOD test, only the BOD test, not the modified test, because for modified test we should need the initial dissolved oxygen for the water, that means the bottle 2 for the bottle 2, and also the final value we need. But all these data are not given in this as are not given in this question, so we have to use the previous BOD test, the previous equation number 1, that is BOD 5 equals to DOI minus DOF divided by P. Okay, so 9 minus initial value is given, that is 9, minus final value is 3. 9 minus 3 divided by 0.04, and that is 150 milligram per liter. So the answer is the BOD 5 of the sample is 150 milligram per liter. Very easy questions. So generally these questions and this type of questions are having 3 marks. Understand? So if you just answer correctly, if you just solve the problem correctly, you will get the 3 marks. Very easy and scoring problems. Okay, next. Yeah, so all this for the, okay. Now we will see the derivation of rate constant. Very important, very important, the rate constant. Okay, so first of all, you should know what do you mean by rate of a reaction. If I say the rate of a reaction is first order, the rate of the reaction is second order, the rate of the reaction is nth order. So what does it mean? Yeah, this is that these are the all the topics we have read in the chapter of kinetics. Understand? So according to the kinetics chapter, we know that rate of a reaction we can find out by the change of the reactant delta minus. I will tell you why it is minus. First, look here, the delta reactant concentration divided by delta time, that is delta product concentration by delta time, that is equals to K. Okay, so the change of reactant with respect to time, the change of reactant concentration with respect to time, or the change of product concentration with respect to time, or formation of product per unit time, that is proportional to the reactant concentration. Okay, so this is the rate law. So rate of a reaction rate of a reaction generally defined as or indicated the amount of reactant decomposition per unit time, or the formation of product per unit time, that is your rate of the reaction. Understand? So here rate constant are marked as K. Okay, so K is called the rate constant, and it is the only thing that is constant in the kinetic scheme. Okay, generally, and one more thing you should know, that is BOD reaction follows first order. They should be reactions follow first order kinetics. All type of BOD reactions are following first order kinetics. Okay. Okay, so these are the some of the variables, that is rate constant depends on the reaction. Absolutely correct. Whatever the reaction mechanisms, that is depend uh, based on that reaction mechanism, the value of the K will be dependent. It depends on the type of bacteria. Yes, as it is BOD reaction. Okay, and the bacteria, these microorganisms are acting as the catalyst. So obviously the K value will be depending on the bacteria, and it depends on the temperature. If we increase the temperature of reaction of any reaction, what will happen? The decomposition of the reactant will be increasing. That means the rate constant will increase, the rate of the reaction will increase. Okay, now we will derive the rate constant of the BOD reaction. So look here. dc, I have written, that is dc by dt, that is proportional to the c. Now question is minus dc by dt, that is proportional to c. Yes, now I will tell you why it is minus. C, what is c? C is the concentration of oxygen at time t. Okay, so the change of dc by dt, that means the change of concentration of oxygen with respect to time. Now, why it is proportional to concentration of oxygen? Look, if we have in our water sample, if we have higher amount of oxygen, what will happen? That time all type of biodegradable waste will be decomposing very rapidly. The rate of the reaction will be increasing, understand? So that is why always DC, the decomposition of the or the consumption of the oxygen, that is dc by dt, the consumption of the oxygen will depend on the how much concentration of the oxygen, dissolved oxygen, will be there in our water sample. Now, why it is negative? Because every time the dissolved oxygen will be consumed, decreasing, the value will be decreased. So that is why with respect to time, that is why is the negative time we have negative the one negative term we have incorporated for this. Okay. Now next okay, next we have instead of proportional this thing, we have introduced one proportionality constant, that is k minus dc by dt, that is equals to k into c. What is k? K equals to the your rate constant, the BOD rate constant, understand? Okay, so already I have told you what is C. C is the concentration of oxygen at time t, or K is the rate constant of the BOD. This is the proportionality constant, and that is equals to the rate constant. Okay. Now what we have to do? Now we have to integrate. Okay, integrate. If we want to know what is the value of K, so that time we have to integrate this equation. So integration of minus dc by c, that is equals to k integration of dt. So what will be the next step? After this integration, minus dc by integration of minus dc by c, obviously that is minus ln c, that is equals to k integration of dt, that is equals to kt plus z. Here what is z? Z is the integration constant. Okay, so now we have to find out what is the value of z. How we will find out? Like this, we have to put these conditions. What are the conditions? That is t equals to 0. T means what is t? T equals to the time. So while t equals to 0, that means at the initial time the concentration of oxygen we can identify, or we can consider as C0. C equals to C0. So if all this value we put here in this equation, okay, so in this equation the t value, we will put the value of t, that is 0, and c equals to c0, then we will get the value of z. You can see it. Yeah, this is the z value, that is z equals to minus ln c0. Z, that is the integration constant. Now what we have to do? Now this z value we have to put here. Okay, so hence what is your next step? This will be the next step. That means minus, yes, from this step we will get this minus ln c equals to kt minus ln c0. Ln c0, what is ln c0? That is the z value that we have got here by putting these conditions. Understand? Yeah, of course it is. So what will be the next step? Now this ln c0, we here also we have ln c, and here also we have ln c0. So we can do one thing, that is ln C0 by C, that is equals to KT. Very easy. Yeah. Now what? After this ln C0 by C, that is equals to KT, if we want to remove this ln, what will happen? The base. What is the base of the ln? That is E. E is the base of the ln. So, e to the power, if we remove this ln, that means it should be e to the power KT. This KT will be the power of the E base, right? Yes. Now, what is this? C. Look here, C equals to C. So, we have just reversed. We have just reversed the division. So, that means C equals to, what will happen? C equals to C0 e to the power minus KT. As we have reversed it, that is why here we have incorporated one minus term. Okay. So, that is why C equals to C0 e to the power minus KT. Now, next step is here, that is the BOD. Now, look here. Why BOD? So, see, look here. If we, next step, if we incorporate one C value, like C0 minus C, that is equals to what? C0, we have taken common, that is 1 minus e to the power minus KT, right? So, if we incorporate one C0 term in the both side, that time we will get what? C0 minus C, that is equals to C0 into 1 minus e to the power minus KT. Now, what is C0? C0 is the initial amount of dissolved oxygen and C is the final amount, like the amount of oxygen at a time T. So, C0 minus C, as such, it is the BOD value. That is why here BOD at time T, that is equals to C0 into 1 minus e to the power minus KT, where C0 is the initial value of dissolved oxygen, and here K is the rate constant and T is the time factor. So, this is all about the derivation of the rate constant of BOD reaction. Very, very important. From this portion, you can have this type of question: derive rate constant of the BOD reaction, or prove that BOD at time T, that is equals to C0 into 1 minus e to the power minus KT. Prove it. So that time you have to derive like this way. Okay. So this derivation, this equation also, this is equation number, look here, another equation we will get, we have got. So this is equation number 3. So based on this equation also, there will be so many problems. So based on this equation, the problem we will do in our next class. Okay. Yeah, whatever I have written, that is C0 minus C, that is equal to C0 1 minus T to the power minus KT. So this is all about the derivation of rate constant. Next. Yeah, already we have seen the question, that is dilution factor of mixture of a wastewater is 0.04. The dissolved oxygen initial is 9 milligram. After 5 days it is 3 milligram. And what will be the BOD5? Already we have seen this. And the answer is here for this question. We have to use the previous BOD equation, the equation number 1, and our answer is 150. 9 minus 3 divided by p value is already given. So 150 milligram per liter. This is the BOD5 value. Okay. Yeah. So this is all about the today's class. Next day we will discuss about the uh, problems regarding based on the BOD reaction, based on the rate of the BOD reaction. Yeah, rate constant. So this is the recapitulation whatever we have discussed so far in this class. First of all, we have calculated the BOD of a given water sample. We have solved the problem based on the BOD reaction. We have derived the rate constant of the BOD reaction, and again some of the problems we have done based on this rate constant. Okay, so these are the all recapitulation of today's class. Yeah, checked. Okay, so next day, students, we will see more problems based on the uh, rate constant of the based on the rate constant of BOD reaction. So thank you so much, students. You have to follow my regular classes. Otherwise, you cannot do the assignments whatever I'm giving you, and also you have to submit the assignment within the time. Okay, so please follow my classes, and if you have any doubt, then we will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you, students.